Divine Sunderer Misfortune has been a build a few years back at this point. The item underwent a lot of changes in the meantime, and people deem it unviable. But I think with the Conqueror build, it might just be viable enough to make for a competitive choice. Because if you just trigger your Q or your... come on. Your Spellblade over and over, it doesn't matter that the value of each hit isn't as much. The frequency will make up for it. So we go essentially the Triforce Conqueror build, but instead of Triforce we go Sunderer. It's... I'm quite curious to see how it goes. I mean, Triforce worked, which also has not the best payoff for Misfortune due to low base AD. And it still felt quite good. So Sunderer, why not? Why not? I lost the cannon. I should have just pressed Q. Ah, okay. Maybe we can harass Kai'Sa on the tower a little bit. But just pressure on, or damage on the tower is also nice. There we go. Free Q. Well, losing the cannon sucks, of course, but in the long run it shouldn't matter. What does matter, though, is that I'm currently not out of mana, but quite low. I need to watch my spell usage. Okay, Kai'Sa took so much health for trying to trade back onto me. I mean, that's kind of worth, because ideally you want to trade back onto Senna since she's so squishy. But she saw me as the AD carry, as the prime target, which made this trade a lot worse for her than it needed to be. Yeah, she should have just backed off instead of trying to get damage back on us, because look at her now. The enemy have a very weird team composition in any case. Look at Ezreal. Mid lane. I mean, the champion gets the wave clear now with Static Shiv. But, I still don't think the pick is viable. Even with all the hype. Okay, Warwick counter-ganking mid lane. And I get the cannon minion. Man, we're looking good. The enemy can't play, they get outpoked by Senna. I got a very good support this game. Certainly makes things a lot easier for me. All I need to do is just last hits. 1 versus 0. Essentially, because the enemy bot lane just doesn't dare to play. Senna full HP, but yeah, Kai'Sa was trading in had very inefficient trading patterns, so she ends up like this. Yeah, she deserves it. Oh, I get a tower shot. Ah. Yeah, I was slowed down, so I couldn't run out of tower range in time. That's my bad. Shouldn't change much. Oh, I'm getting ganked. Maybe we can counter. Lose my Conqueror stacks. Man. Okay, yeah, I was out of mana for this. A little awkward. We overchased too. We should have just called it a day, but it is what it is now. At least Hecarim died too and I got an assist, so it's not as bad. Alright, I got dived. Now that's bad, because I lose a triple stacked wave, as you can see. Senna gets most of it. But yeah, the fact I lost all that health earlier, I took that tower shot essentially, that cost me that farm. Just showing you the ripple effect of decisions in League of Legends, it's quite rough sometimes. So we still have more CS than Kai'Sa, but now she has a kill and 2 assists. And she has a level advantage because she still got the experience from the waves she got. In any case, it's fine. We can make this happen. The lane state doesn't change really, we still outpressure them. Now that was a messy situation. Now I can spam my spells though. Freely. Okay, getting camped makes it a lot harder. Yeah, I just need to sit back. At least they broke the freeze, which means the wave will come to me. So I'm not missing out on too much farm. Kai'Sa's level 6, I'm level 4. Need to be extra careful now. Yeah, losing that triple stacked wave really hurt. Alright, they're on Dragon. Let's see what we can do. Kai'Sa still has... Oh, they all are level 6, essentially. Well, Janna isn't, but you know. Yo, how on earth did Senna get the Dragon? Okay, I'll take it. Triple kill. Alright, alright. I guess we're in good shape now. Again. Yeah, they messed up as majorly as they could. I don't think they could have gotten any worse out of the situation. That's a real tilter. Losing another cannon minion though. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just throw in the towel after this play. That was a real tilting for them. I want to stay to ult another wave. They're about to return to lane, so I want to ult them too. Like right here. I get the wave and I get damage on them. That's all I want. Now I can base, get my mana immune. Huge power spike. While they're busy with the wave. Get this, and now I can start working towards... Okay, that was close. But now I can start working towards Divine Sunderer. In today's meta, you don't want to rush this, really, because the payoff offensively is not large enough. It's like with Triforce, you want mana immune first, to have solid damage behind it. And then, especially for the defensive capabilities, you want the Divine Sunderer. And it just scales with... I mean, it's really good for Conqueror, for the same reasons as Triforce, because all the health means you can stay in fights for longer. And stack Conqueror, actually get value out of it. And as the game goes on, you deal more and more damage with a % health trigger. Okay, there we go. Not sure why Kai'Sa felt the urge to fight there. She has a full Static Shiv, yes. But Static Shiv is not really a dueling item. Its main payoff is wave clear. Okay, waves on the tower, that's all we need. And now we can... Actually, we could start working towards Sunderer right away, or we could upgrade boots. Either are fine. I kind of like the boots a little better, actually. Or, well, a full Warhammer is also fine. Let's be real. Yeah, more cooldown reduction, more AD. But actually, these components are all quite good, especially the health in lane is better than people give it credit for, because health gives you lane priority, essentially. The Sheen is quite bad, but all the other components are good. And even the Sheen isn't terrible at this stage, since you just Q on cooldown. Team's looking strong. Double kill Yasuo. And at this point I'm never missing a cannon minion again. I have enough attack damage, hopefully. Alright, we are just pushing this in. Oh, Senna, come on. My minions. I need them. Mid lane tower is already gone, so we have a huge advantage on the map. That's massive. Get both her flashes. Had I not... okay, it worked out, but it was a mistake to swap love taps. I should have just focused on one person. It is what it is, though. Actually, I'm kind of feeling the Sunderer components. The extra health, it helps with brawling so much, because you also have to keep the jungle matchup in mind. Swifties, well, they do help against many junglers, but against Hecarim, he's a little too fast. So if he runs you down, he runs you down. Swifties are not really going to change that. Swifties are more offensive in nature when you look at this composition, because what they do help with is just sticking to your target and keeping your Conqueror stacks. But when Hecarim ganks me... Okay, there we go. When Hecarim ganks me, I just need to stay alive for as long as possible, get as many Qs off as possible, so cooldown reduction and health really matters. This Kai'Sa is super tilted. You can tell from her aggressive plays. There's a dragon on the map, I'd like to get that. Exhaust him, come on. Janna's so low, we should be able to get her. Okay, if she lands her tornado on Warwick, then not even he will be able to track her down. But we still get dragon, don't we? Yeah, we get a free dragon here. I just keep applying pressure, get my Divine Sunderer next base. I really like about the Manamine first approach that you don't have to sit on your tier power trough for too long. But man, look at this mid lane difference. Yeah, Ezreal mid lane is not getting stuff done. I think I should leave, actually. It's getting too risky. My team's fighting a Loki one. Okay, no, this is is it disastrous actually? Let me join. There we go. Okay, Mordekaiser running them down, forcing them into the choke point with me. Yeah, we can stay. As much as I'd like to purchase Sunderer, we can still get pressure on this tower. Take the free stuff, win the game. As long as they can't defend against it, might as well. You know? But this is where we leave. Hecarim coming. Yeah, I don't want to risk anything now. I got my free pressure, I got some extra minions. But now I need to not get ahead of myself. Look at all the lanes though, we're all winning. It's crazy. Why can't every game be like this? Would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, 3% armor penetration already. The armor penetration on this item is of course also quite nice. And no, there's no anti-synergy between multiple percent reduction or penetration items. It's just how math works and it's how it's supposed to work. Everything else would be crazy, would be insanely imbalanced. You have to let them stack multiplicatively, else it doesn't make sense. Okay. Well. They're really pushing their luck. But these Qs hurt with the Divine Sunderer, especially on Urgots. Also the healing is definitely palpable. With how little lifesteal you get, it's really valuable. I mean, this game's a stomp, but the damage feels really good from Sunderer. Get him. Yeah, okay. They need to forfeit their inhibitor tower, don't they? We don't have a wave right now, but I mean, we can get an extra herald. Ooh, hang on. Yo, this is so much damage. Unreal. Okay, I think I'm kind of in love with Sunderer. I have to try this in more games, of course, to really get a feeling for this. But right now it feels very strong. Look at that. Full Conqueror stacks. Yeah, stacking Conqueror, just staying alive for so long with all the HP and the health regener or the pseudo lifesteal from Sunderer, it really makes a difference. Oh, can we do that? I think there's a little bit of a stretch here. We better just run at this point. I have too much gold. Too rich to die here. Yeah, we're pushing all luck if we stay. Better not. 800 damage to champions, 950 healing. This is legit. These are legit numbers. The stat profile on the item is not as aggressive, of course, only 40 AD. But again, it does exactly what it needs to. In combination with this Conqueror approach. It looks insane. Like, it is never supposed to work on Misfortune due to her low base AD and her being ranged. But it puts in a lot of work due to how often you trigger it. Yeah, let's take Dragon. I wouldn't mind. No one's helping me, but I think I should be fine. Okay, finally Warwick is coming. Take the free stuff, win the game. These people are overly aggressive. I mean, it's working out because they're incredibly fed. But realistically, you should always just take one objective after the other. As 5. To make it extra safe. Everyone takes a tower shot. It proc it so often, it's so much value. Okay, now we just need to push top lane and we're fine. Yeah, they're struggling to stay alive in their base. Okay, that was kind of fishy, but it did work out for us. We have so much HP, so they couldn't really burst me down. Do we just win here? The Sunderer numbers legit. Actually a good item with this Conqueror build. Alright, let's try this in another game. Let's go next. Alright, let's try Sunderer Misfortune again. We are in a Brand Jhin lane, so especially for Brand, I wouldn't mind getting my boots and my boot upgrade rather early, so we can reliably dodge all his skill shots, as Brand is entirely skill shot based. Your W already does quite the work here if you are playing against Brand, but of course if you add boots into the mix it's even better for you. We're level 2 off these 3 melee minions, and Jhin should not be able to match it. There we go, let's see if Karma can get some poke. We're looking for a potential Q on someone. There we go. Your whenever you apply Laugh Tap with your auto, it straight up doesn't stack Conqueror, I just realized. That's what's happening. So switching Laugh Taps doesn't actually do anything for Misfortune, that's a real shame. We can just spam Q. And in the late game it doesn't matter as much because you switch Laugh Taps with Q mainly, as it's a less than 2 seconds cooldown. With huge payoff. I missed the cannon. Ah, that sucks. Alright, let's ward, so we're somewhat safe. There we go, keep poking. Alright. You have to keep that in mind, how Laugh Tap works with Conqueror. It's so weird. Riot needs to fix this. This would be such a great buff to this build. I already think it's quite strong. If it wasn't bugged, it would be even stronger, obviously. I wonder for how long it has been in the game and no one realized, because Conqueror has fallen out of favor for Misfortune. Okay, good damage on Brand. Let me get Jin's flash. Okay, I hope to bounce onto Brand, which did not happen. But if we get a gank here, that'd be great. He realized what I was trying to do. Okay, cannon minion. Not missing this one. There we go. This flash was safe because he didn't have his, so there's no way he escapes. Even if Karma CC wears off. And Brand should not be able to hold this, ever. Okay, perfect. It's cleanly under tower. We have a nice advantage here. In every lane we're winning, actually. Well, mid lane is still even-ish. I'm going like this. I want these boots. Sitting on almost 300 kind of sucks. But, I mean, even if we get double longsword, we still sit on 250. And yeah, these boots will go a long way against Brand. Had I not missed the other cannon minion there, I could have gotten double longsword. That's kinda sad. Really shows you the importance of CSing. CSing was like the one thing that I improved when I wanted to get better at League that instantly showed results. I highly recommend. But maybe you've had different experiences. When you started out with League, what gave you a feeling of, man, that really did the trick, that really pushed me forward? For me it was CSing, but maybe you've had a different experience there. Your Brand takes so much damage. There we go. Just dodging the stun already does the trick. They just keep moving, makes it as hard as possible for Brand to connect. Boots already paying off. I would like to just stay for now. Yeah, they get Dragon. I want to keep pressuring Jhin. He still doesn't have Flash, and I do have ult now. Let's see. Brand mid lane-ish. I want to stay, so Jhin has to stay too. I'm running a little low on mana, not gonna lie. But yeah, let's keep them busy. If you can force him to stay in lane, we're gonna get an advantage out of it eventually. But if Brand could try and gank his own lane actually, so I need to ward. Was hoping he'd run into it. I'll just press E for the final mana flow stack. Juicy. Team's doing so well. Actually, another stomp, isn't it? Brand top lane now. Maybe he's fed up with this. Who knows? I somewhat have the urge to just ER the next wave and then base. Get good damage on Jhin too. If he stays in range for this, but he didn't. Anyway, this is fine by me. Gives me a huge tempo advantage. He has to stay now, he can't do nothing. Stuck under tower with a cannon wave. And I get to spend all my money. Nice, good boots upgrade as well. Not as important anymore, since Brand is not even laning against me at this point. Maybe he will resume, but judging from how he plays, I'm not sure. He might just be super tilted and be done with this lane. We'll see, we'll see. We haven't seen him in top lane in a while too. Maybe he does return. In any case, I do have my Swifties now, which will put in a lot of beautiful work. Okay, Brand mid lane. It looks like he's fed up with Jhin, which is a real shame. Always hate to see when people tilt. We can keep going. Ah, okay, she escapes most likely. Or does she? Maybe she doesn't. Okay, we need to push this on the tower. Nice, perfect. We get the cannon minion too. Get a plating. I can base for my mana minion here. It is a very good herald. We get such a big advantage out of it. I'd like to ult before I base. We'll see.
An ally has been slain.
I have to flash over. Else LeBlanc gets me. Okay, this is the time where we recall. I don't have my mana, I don't have health. And I have tons of gold I need to spend, and dragon spawns in just a second. We definitely want to be there. But yeah, look at this scoreboard already. I wanna really see Sunderer in action. If we just stomp them every game, then how's that gonna happen? Yeah, we'll push, or we fix mid lane and then we just go for dragon. For sure. There we go. Perfect. Even overheal starts kicking into gear because we got enough lifesteal stacks. Can't we just pressure the Drake? Is there a reason to chase for kills at this point? Ouch. I have heal if she needs it. Also if I need it. Awkward spots because of Jhin ulti. It's still fine for us. I can keep going. There we go. We didn't take Drake for some reason, and don't think we're in position to do so. We're too low. Or are we? Not sure, not sure. Okay, let's just try. I'm a little bit risky here with half health. No summoners, nothing. And dragon aggro, but looks like we get it. Perfect. We'll go for a quick recall to get my Kindle gem. It's, in my opinion, straight up better than Sheen on Misfortune at this point. We really want the bonus effects from Sunderer, not just the pure Sheen part, because her base AD is so low. It's actually, her base AD at level 18 is lower than Soraka's. Just let that sink in for a second. That's how low Misfortune's base AD is. Lower than most mages, actually. Lower than Soraka, lower than Sona, lower than Annie, lower than Zillion. It's really crazy how weak Misfortune is, actually. She's entirely balanced around her left tab. Dealing bonus damage. Okay, I don't know. I mispositioned. Wasted my ult in the process. Panicked a little bit. Yeah, Herald seems fine. Like, actually. Okay. It's unbelievable how weak they are. I need 1.4? Yeah, 1.4. Definitely keep farming until I get it. I don't want to sit on pure Sheen. Ah, not worth. Took a tower shot. Oh, Karma, I don't like this dive. Okay, I'm just dead. Got ambushed. Yeah, I was low HP and moved into the tower. That's a very obvious mistake, but I felt a little too confident here. I could sell Doran's Blade to get my full item. And considering how strong it is here, maybe it's worth. Yeah, it's a massive power spike. I don't want to miss out on that. Sell Blade and then work towards Cleaver. Okay, Yeah, so selling Blade this early kind of sucks, but I mean, full Sunderer. Can't argue with that. Returning with just Sheen would be way awkward. Let's Sunderer put in some work. We see Twitch. We see Brand. We see them all. Yeah, we keep sieging here. Ideally we push side lanes, but the team is doing it, so we can keep them busy mid lane for now. I'll just keep spamming Q at this point. We're quite tanky too. Yeah, this siege is actually working for us. Ah, risky. Yeah, moving into a tower like this, always super risky. Sieging mid lane that hard. We wanted to put up pressure mid lane so we can get the side lanes. Kind of neglected that fact. We just brute force mid lane and it didn't really work too well. I can't keep moving there. I'm too low. Belith just went in 1v4 and now pings me for not moving in with her 800 HP left. Delusional. It's okay, we resets. I'm close to transforming Manamune. Yeah, we just got double longsword. More damage right now. So we've gotten a few Sunderer procs in, 360 and 180. Not too shabby. But of course it was just... we haven't had a full-fledged fight with it yet. It was just a siege with the occasional Q on the tower. Three Drakes. Next one spawning in 5 minutes. Okay, transformed Manamune. Lure him into the bush. Ah, didn't work. He saw us coming. Baron in 13. I actually kind of like the call here. It's a good way of pressing our advantage. They have to try to contest, right? I'm quite safe too, due to all the HP from Sunderer. No reason to worry here. There we go. They didn't even try to contest. Probably smart of them, they just would have died anyway. The chance they actually steal it is so slim. Can't we just kill Shen? Just outright? Unless he ults away, of course, but I want to see that happen. Okay, let's just push with Baron minions, no downside. Try to catch Shen too, but he was too far out already. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We killed 2 of them, 3 of them now. Alright, yeah, just push with Baron. Man, I want to see a good fight with Sunderer, but I mean, fights are not happening in a game like this. It's just stomps. Come on, LeBlanc. Give me some Qs. That's something. They just siege their base here. That's little they can do. I clicked my Q, but my camera shifted or LeBlanc jumped. I don't really know. In any case, I couldn't make it. Anyway, let's go next. Alright, let's go again. We have a Nautilus for our support, which is highly synergistic. And they have a Yumi, which is very weak in lane. So let's do this. Okay, good level 1 grab actually. Got a lot of mileage there. But I don't want to trade with Yumi before I get my Q. Especially with the Conqueror bug. Maybe until it's fixed, you can also switch to press the attack, even though Conqueror would be very nice with this build. But press the attack is stronger in the early game and is also not bugged. So there is some merit there. Maybe also Arcane Comet wouldn't be too bad since you spam so many spells, which means you proc it quite a few times. But Conqueror is just so juicy in these long brawls, you know. And it still gets the job done if you just spam Q. Don't get me wrong. But playing with a bugged rune is always, at least always a bitter taste in your mouth. Okay. Yeah, they have no agency in this lane. Yumi lanes are miserable for the Yumi, or for the AD carry that has to play with Yumi. There's just nothing you can do. Alright, she did not get the ward. Crazy. She is so bold. Like, as a Yumi player, trying to solo this ward. Good job, my friend. Completely immobile champion all by herself. Graves did not join in time. Is this another stomp? Please don't tell me it is. Oh well, I just focus on CS and do my thing. You all know the drill by now. Okay. Just Q them directly, always, if you can. A lot of free damage. Q's base damage, nothing to scoff at, plus it applies left tap and your auto damage like a regular auto attack would. Even if Graves comes right now, what's he gonna do? Half health Ezreal, I'm full health. Good poke. I'm wasting mana a little bit here. Need to be careful. I'm queuing as if I have tier, which I don't. Ezreal learned his lesson by now. He's not gonna walk into my Q bounces for free. I wouldn't mind basing here in all honesty. We need to start stacking tier to get the ball rolling. Actually, I kind of like triple longsword plus boots. Spending all our money.
An ally has been slain.
There we go. Yeah, triple longsword is also more AD than Warhammer and cheaper, so I actually kind of like this angle. Top lane got solo killed, sure. But yeah, bot lane, enemy bot lane will be miserable for all of lane phase. As long as Nautilus stays interested in the lane. If he starts roaming, then of course they get free scaling. But we just hope they don't get that luxury. Okay, level 5. Well, I have to run. That was fishy. No pun intended. But in the meantime, the wave is pushing in our favor somewhat. I will lose 2. 1. 2. Yeah. But all the others I will get. And as long as we can keep farming, we're good to go. Ah. Randomly wanders under tower. Lose more minions. Okay, Wukong is nearby, we'll see. Maybe he wants to go for a gank, but enemy is just in base right now. There they are. Ah, just lost farm for this follow-up. Nautilus, yeah, he is roaming quite a bit now. I'll just take this wave and recall, I don't care. Keep them busy. And I don't want to just stand there overextended in the 1v2 matchup. Well, considering that Nautilus likes to roam here, I just get my boots upgrade. Makes me a lot safer should Graves decide to come. Also the slow resist really comes in handy against his smoke grenade. And yeah, due to my ult on the wave, Ezreal, who struggles with pushing anyway, now has trouble clearing the wave in time. I'll catch all of these minions and they lost a huge amount of tempo. Yeah, I didn't lose a single minion due to my ult. Enabling this timing. There we go. Placed on a ward, so I don't get cut off from my escape path. And unlike Ezreal, I can just push this super fast. Get this under tower all the way. And Nautilus behind me, so I feel somewhat safe. Yeah, we take this plating. Careful. I feel it too. Yep. Super low HP. Can I ult this, or do I die to Graves' ults? I think I just play it safe and recall. As much as it sucks. Or maybe Nautilus can make something happen here. Tries to Hex Flash in their field of vision. Man, that sucks. I died to one Ezreal Q, don't I? Yeah, I'll do it like this, and then I move back so Fizz doesn't kill me here. Be careful. Again, an ult just to offset tempo disadvantage a little bit. And I just get the extra longsword at this point. Because chances are I still get my mana immune next base. And this way I just get 10 extra AD. With no downside. But yeah, that was a crazy good rotation for them with the Fizz. Oh well, we have a non-stompy game. Which is quite nice, isn't it? Okay. I can hold my own for a while. If I have to. Now I have almost infinite mana. Can spam spells. Nautilus took so much damage here. Tank supports with low HP don't do much, so we gotta be careful. Fizz is coming. My Q was just not up. Unlucky. I could have played this better. Oh, and I still could have killed Yumi. I didn't realize she was basing in such an awkward place. But it goes unpunished. Well, if you want to call this unpunished. They're losing so much here. Another plating plus an extra wave under tower. I've only been ulting waves so far and it's worked out beautifully. Massive CS advantage plus platings now. We get Dragon too. Almost tempting to get Sheen there actually, but I still think it's not good enough. I'd much rather have 10 extra AD and sit on 350 gold than buy a Sheen at this point. But yeah, big power spike. This item by itself, more than 70 attack damage. Still scaling, still stacking. Alright, we just defend the tower here. Best control ward ever. Oh, I upgraded my trinket, that was a mistake. Yellow trinket would be so much better. Yeah, I'll get ganked if I'm not careful, they're all missing. For sure. Yeah, look at their body language, Fizz is right there. Israel flash for this. They're way too bold. Full Conqueror stacks. Doesn't matter. Grave's too strong at this point. Yeah, with a full Dustblade on an early game champion, it's kinda rough. Kinda rough. Oh well, it was a decent fight nonetheless. And we denied their clean dive by walking backwards. It's so important on AD carry that you never let anyone come behind you. Like when you're on the tower, trying to play it safe, as soon as somebody is here, you're just dead. You need to anticipate it and move farther back so they can't get behind you. It's very important. Kind of bittersweet. We got to experience a full Conqueror stacks ulti, but we didn't get to see it because of the smoke grenade. Okay. EQ for some free easy damage. When you have infinite mana, just using your expensive spells like E isn't a big deal, you just do it. If you don't need the cooldown in the next, or in the time frame, then it's completely fine. Very good for trading. Yeah, pretty obviously warded, as Yumi hit me with the Q. Yeah, we keep pushing. This is a good dive. Just how abusable a Yumi lane truly is. There we go. Yeah, nothing they can do there. Yumi is way too passive. Like any other tank support or enchanter support, they could protect their AD carry under tower. Think of a Karma, for example. She just deals damage, slows, binds, shields. Yumi, what's she gonna do? Not much. I can tell you that much. So it looks good for us right now. But it's still a kind of close game, even though we're hard winning bot lane. Yumi does scale quite well. Yumi Ezreal in the late game is a threat. And Fizz, well, this build's kind of good against Fizz because he can't really one-shot you if you have Sunderer plus Cleaver. But he's still a threat for an AD carry. Obviously. Oh god. Most awkward bounce EU West. Yeah, we keep sieging mid lane now. How threatening is that split push? I'm not sure. Or is Aatrox still split pushing? I paid too much attention to the battle to tell. But yeah, it's still a free dragon for us. They had to disperse. We don't even lose much farm due to the cannon minion taking so long to die from the tower. Okay. Again, you want to siege mid lane to get mid lane tower advantage. It's really important. There we go. Alright, now the entire map is open. Their jungle entrances are no longer guarded by the tower's vision. Makes it a lot easier to play for us in this mid game. Let's run him down. Oh, that looks good. There we go. Okay. Riven should take top lane tower, really, while we keep them busy mid lane. I'm not stealing this kind of minion. Or maybe I do. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I wanted, no, not Nautilus, what's his name? Aurelian to have it. So he knows I'm on his side. Okay, we got completely flanked there, but I lived long enough to actually make a difference. A valuable combat stat for an AD carry, this HP here. When you're the one getting focused, I mean, here they killed Nautilus first because I flashed, but generally speaking, when you're the one getting focused, if it just takes a couple extra seconds until you go down so you can get more spells off and more attacks off, it makes such a big difference. I mean, at the end of the day, I still got caught out of position, so let's not forget that. But in this bad spots I got myself into, I still was able to pull my weight. And since you're not always playing perfectly, that's quite important in solo queue. Ouch. Use a lifesteal a little bit. I didn't want to steal all the gold, but I wanted the health. Right, almost back to full. Man, there's a huge wave going to waste already and should have just... Oh no, actually should we have gone there? Not sure. Riven's also there at the end of the day. The healing from champions actually kind of crazy. They have no idea. They're all busy elsewhere on the map. We can see them like farming their wolves. So this Baron, it is kind of sneaky, but since we have so much information about them, like vision-wise, it's completely fine. Okay, how much do I need? 1.6k. Oh no, so you're a little bit dangerous there, aren't you? All by himself trying to trap in their jungle. Would be nice to do something with that Baron, but if we're not grouping or split pushing effectively, then we're kind of wasting it. I need to stay safe, as long as my team doesn't apply pressure, so Fizz needs to pay attention to that, for example. I can't really walk up, because it's too risky. If I walk up and Fizz has nothing better to do than looking for ways to kill me, he will find them. Okay, Fizz bot side. I'm just showing him his boss real quick. We could try and take Dragon here. But I could also push another wave. Like, we're completely wasting our Baron. Look at this. It's already halfway gone. Have we even taken a single tower with it? Wouldn't be surprised if the answer is no. Yeah. Yeah, my Q didn't go off because I lost the vision due to the smoke screen. Are you for real? That's not okay. Q should not require vision once the projectile is mid-air. Man, Riot, why? That's really frustrating. No reason to sugarcoat it. That's just frustrating game design. Anyway, now we should be a lot tankier with the Black Cleaver. Plus Divine Sunderer, we shred through them in no time. You wait and see. Yeah, decent champion damage and healing. Come on. Don't chicken out. I'm there. Man, way faster than I anticipated. Wasted my flash there. Yeah, we actually got nothing done with Baron buff. We got a free Baron because they were stupid, and then we were too stupid to actually use it. Unreal. The Grave starts falling off now. Like as a champion. You have to just roll ults. Yeah. I was out of position, getting caught by Fizz. Close. Nautilus almost died. There we go. Okay. Works for me. Whew. Good numbers. What is Yumi doing? I don't get it. She just doesn't want to win, I guess. Okay. There we go. You can fight for ages with this build, it's not a problem. Especially once you get max Conqueror stacks. Yeah, okay. Sunderer Misfortune, interesting, I like it. But if you want to see my favorite build, then click the link on your screen.